back. It's a Potter Brand Boxing Podcast here on a special Saturday edition here. We'll be putting this up as soon as we can. Wow, it wasn't what we expected. Yes, well, it wasn't what we expected to happen, but boy,
it's what you expected. It's not what I expected.
That was a incredible knockout. Anthony Joshua knocks out Francis Ngannou, round number 2. We're going to quickly, if we can get a screen share up here. I mean,
he looks defeated in that picture.
He looked defeated. I mean, I really didn't think he had a chance. After he looked the way he did, I thought for sure there was going to be an issue. He was, he had all types of problems.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get a screen share here quickly.
So that just shows you what type of person, what type of, when Tyson Fury fought him, he was not 100. He wasn't even like 60% into that fight.
Well, I don't know about that. It was just a bad situation. I'm going to show a screen share here of the knockout right here. If anyone did not see it, as you can tell here, this right hand that lands, he's out cold, leg folding underneath him. Down he goes. Horrible, horrible way to get a knockout. Anthony Joshua. Now, there are going to be people here who are going to say that this is going to be why Anthony Joshua is the best heavyweight in the world. There's a couple things you got to remember here. Francis Ngannou is an MMA fighter. He was 0-1 for Tyson Fury, who was out of shape. Now, this goes back to these people who are all over me telling me about, oh, you're just a hater on the MMA guys and whatever. That's not true. My thoughts were always the same. I just thought that I thought honestly that he was so unskilled in a boxing match against someone who's got 30 some fights, and he was going to be overmatched. I knew when he started throwing that hook like this, and he was so off balance. He looked awkward. He was like leaning back, throwing it like he was afraid for the return. Because I think he knew this guy's in better shape than I think he's in. Yeah, and I think honestly, Tyson Fury maybe wouldn't have knocked him out that way, but would have beat him decisively if he fought the right way. I think Tyson Fury probably could have had the corner thrown the towel. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I thought so too. This was a bad situation for Francis Ngannou to get into, and I knew it right away. The second he started, well, first of all, if you notice in the locker room, Anthony Joshua was practicing that punch where he's really driving Davidson's hands back, driving in. That is the exact punch that knocked him out. And it was the exact punch that knocked him down in the first round. Yep. Driving right to him. And he was, first of all, why is Francis Ngannou going southpaw? No, I had no idea. I was like, hold on, maybe the camera view's off or reversed or something. First of all, you're at a disadvantage to begin with. Yeah. You're fighting an Olympic medalist. A gold medalist. Yeah. You're fighting him. You're in a situation where you have to be on point every second of every round because Joshua can punch. So now you're at a disadvantage going southpaw. And if you're fighting a southpaw, what's the punch that everyone tells you to throw when you're fighting southpaw? Right hand. Straight right hand. Right down the pipe. And when he got up, that was the first time he got knocked down. He was like, oh. And you could see him. He was like, wow, this might be different. He found out quickly it was really different. And I think AJ had the advantage to see what his weakness was going against Tyson Fury, because you could see he had that jab out and then threw the right hand. He would try to like pepper him a little bit and then throw the right hand. It was kind of like hiding it, and then bang, like a George Foreman type thing. Yeah, and then there it is right there, and bang, and then George Foreman. Not to say that anything about George Foreman, but George Foreman didn't have the speed and the ability that Anthony Joshua had. Unbelievable knockout. I mean, that was a tremendous showing. But again, don't jump on the Anthony Joshua bandwagon just yet. You still remember Usyk beat him 2 times back to back. And we're gonna find out what happens with Tyson and Usyk, whether Tyson can come through, win it, and then you have the ultimate showdown, which they're trying to get. They would obviously have it in London, probably Wembley Stadium or something like that, a large event where you have the 2 best guys there fighting each other, and that would be a massive event of massive proportion. That one there, that's what I see. The co-main event: Jang versus Joseph Parker. Jang looked old. He looked really old.
He did.
He looked good in the first couple rounds, and I gave him.
Yeah, because he had the scorecard down there, right?
I gave him
Tyson Fury one. I mean, AJ and Francis was.
That's blank. That's blank. I gave Jang the first 4.
Yeah.
And then Joseph Parker swept it. Came out and swept it the next few. And he got knocked down twice. But he give him credit. He came back and fought. But Jang, I thought his tank, is coming in at 295.
Yeah, that's
huge. That's way higher than I thought he would be.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he would like to get into the 275 range, 280, 295. A little bit too much. He's too big for that. And at 40 years old, slowly but surely, you keep going down, and it's not good. Mm-hmm. What did you think of Joseph Parker?
I was surprised. I mean, I was surprised. I didn't think he was gonna. I thought I had Zhang gonna knock him out in like the 6th round.
I thought so too. I thought he definitely had the advantage coming on. Now I know Parker was coming off a big win against Deontay Wilder. Looked good, but was Deontay Wilder shot? I don't know. So this definitely puts Joseph Parker back into the mix. Yeah. And not that he's going to get the winner of Usyk and Fury, but maybe a Hrgovic, something like that. A good fight for him.
Let's go back to the AJ and Francis fight real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see Francis going after this?
Right back to PFL.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, what
about him and Wilder? That would be
interesting fight.
But again, Wilder will drive that right hand. I think he's a little quicker, and then
I think he's going to get. I think if he fought Wilder, it would. It's a good fight. I would watch it. I mean, I think I'd really like that fight. But I think that you fight somebody. If he's going to do boxing, if I was him, I would fight somebody. I'd like to see him fight that guy that fought on the undercard, Hundy.
Okay.
9-0, 10-0. Right there to be hit a little bit. I think that guy would be a good matchup for Francis Ngannou. Because still, remember, he's 0-2. He's only had 2 fights.
Yeah.
So that would be a good level fight for him, I think.
You know what? I think he fights 1 fight PFL, and then he's done.
Well, $20-some million in your bank. Maybe.
Did you see he was on the Pound for Pound podcast with Usman and Henry Cejudo?
I didn't.
It's actually good. Before his last fight with UFC,
mm-hmm.
he borrowed. He only took that fight for $600,000.
Okay.
They offered him $5 million for the con. He said no because he bet on himself. He borrowed $200,000 from Usman.
Right.
And when he signed with PFL, he paid back Usman $200,000.
Wow.
Yeah. Usman was like, I don't want to talk about that. He was like, no, you gave me money. You lent me $200,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he bet on himself. He won. Yeah. That's a rare occasion that happens.
Even though he lost, he still won in this fight. He's lost that last fight. He still won.
There ain't no loss when you got $20 million in your bank.
Yeah, not at all.
And he might have made close to 20 in the first fight against Tyson Fury.
Yeah,
he might have. Saudis are paying big money.
Now, do you think maybe Tyson beats Usyk, Tyson beats AJ? Would that fight come back around for rematch? Francis versus Tyson? You think that's totally done?
That's done. Because I think they realized that Tyson Fury wasn't in shape and wasn't doing what purpose would that serve? Yeah. And I don't think the Saudis would pay for that. I certainly in the United States wouldn't pay for it. It's not a fight that I'd want to see.
What'd you think about the Vargas fight?
I thought Vargas was winning. I thought he'd won.
I thought he was winning too.
First of all, 117 to 110. I think the one score was. That is so beyond for ball. That's so beyond. First of all, the 2 knockdowns, only one was legit.
Was the other one he was off or
tripped?
Stepped on him.
Tripped. Yeah. He did a judo move. Okay, so that would have made that last score 113, 112.
Mm-hmm.
He wins. What the hell? That was a bad. That referee was horrible.
Yeah,
had to be one of the worst.
I thought Vargas could have.
He should have done more.
Yes,
should have done more.
Right when he got knocked down, I think it was like the 8th or 10th round. Maybe?
The second time he got knocked down.
Yeah, the second time.
Okay.
Then he started picking it up after the round. He started picking it up.
Yeah, but he I don't know why he even engaged with him. Did you see when that guy would throw his jab? He'd throw his jab and his head would come up
because he's so small.
But I mean, look. But that was so. Why not use the jab?
I didn't expect that.
The whole time, use the jab. use that as your main guy and then drop a right hand on him. The guy was too short.
Yes, yeah.
He could. That was a huge size difference.
Oh, yeah,
huge size difference.
It's crazy.
That guy wasn't bad. Vargas ain't bad at all. Ray Vargas is definitely. If he could improve a little bit on his defense, I think Ball has a lot of defensive liabilities.
Yeah,
like the kid, good tough kid, but he's got to fight guys, or he's got to go down weight because this will be an uphill battle. Oh. Excuse me.
Yeah, that happens.
That was so those two fights, those three fights were good. One.
Wait, how do you think about the whole show?
Okay, I was just gonna say.
Okay, see
the drawback to this show. Can you get to the fights?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to hear David Haye break down every angle of every fight 10 times.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear Eddie Hearn doing it. Talk about he's got to do. We all know. We already bought the fight.
Yeah.
We bought the fight. We know what to expect. The one thing with Don King Promotions, when he used to do the shows that had all those guys on and had all those good fighters, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, the show started at 1:00. Okay, we didn't get a chance to see Zizzo. He was supposed to be on the main show. He went to the undercard. He won with a decision, unanimous decision. It just, you couldn't get into the show because there was so many breaks in between.
And like you had Ariel Helwani, and then
I don't want to hear that.
You know, going back and forth. One's defending MMA, one's defending boxing.
There's too many people. Break it up a little bit. I get it. It's for the Saudis. They don't. First of all, they have all the money.
Yeah.
So they don't need sponsors. You know, and even when Don King had them, you'd have like Budweiser presented by. They'd have that stuff already embedded in there.
Yeah.
You're fine. Every 5 minutes, someone was telling me what they had to do, what this person had to do. Let's take a poll. Let's do this. Ariel,
but they just told you that like an hour before.
An hour before that. And then they're doing interviews. And then they're doing interviews in the locker room. Then they're doing interviews before. That drove me crazy.
Yep.
Especially if you're going live. If you're going live and doing a streaming thing like this, this is unexpected. And you have to sit there and fill dead air. Sit there and fill dead air.
I mean, there was a time I thought Michelle was going to jump on.
I think she should have. We might have gotten more viewers because they were dropping like flies. They were dropping like flies. You couldn't have.
Man.
I mean, you can't understand what it's like to sit there and just watch the screen and there's nothing going on. It is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah.
It's dead air, nothing going on. You can't explain when people are sitting there talking about, the third time they're breaking down the fight. We know we paid for it.
Yeah.
We already paid for it. It was so stupid.
That's why UFC is really
That's why
good.
They're what they are. You know, they'll put a little vignette in front. Yeah. HBO did a great job with that before. They'd have, the vignettes in before, but you knew what they didn't have these dumb fill time things. They didn't. Maybe they thought this was all going to be knockouts and it didn't end up being that way.
No, it was going to be all
knockout chaos. That's what they called it.
Yeah.
As Kevin, I only said the chaos is about to come because it was brutal.
Yeah, it was bad. I saw you on the PPV.
PPV.com.
Yep.
Jim Lampley and Kevin Ellie were in the chat. That's great. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. If you guys ever, the why I like it, you don't have to buy DAZN for the year.
Nope.
You don't have to buy ESPN for the year. And then you have to pay an additional $69 for a fight that should be free.
When I first got ESPN, ESPN Plus and stuff. I got it when it was Masvidal versus
Diaz, I think.
No, Usman. No, I got it for Diaz, right?
I think it was Diaz.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna have free pay-per-view for UFC. And then I'm like, what in the hell? I gotta pay $69 every time I'm having it.
Not worth it.
Nope.
It's not worth it. Like they gotta give us something back.
Yeah.
If that's what you want to do, give us something back. You can't. First of all, I think that I keep saying first of all, the fighters have to understand that the money's not there anymore because all the streaming, and not only the streaming, the stealing.
Yep,
that's a limited.
Yeah.
So you have to put on the best shows. I still think ESPN, UFC does it the best.
Yep.
They do it really good. Don King did it very well. Bob Arum did it very well. The Duvas did it real well with main events. But this DAZN, and oh God, you're paying all this money. PPV.com is basically like an in-demand.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the website. If the fights are on, they do sponsor Kevin Ioli's website, kevinioli.com.
Yes.
If you go there, the site there, PPV.com, click the link there, get on there, and you just pay for the fight. That's it.
And I think another good thing is too, you can chat with them.
Chat with them right there.
Jim Lampley,
Jim Lampley was talking about. Kevin Ioli was talking back to us, giving his opinions, and what that is. It's a lot. There was someone on there. This is how why it was good. Was like, is this really Jim Lampley?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, it's me. And it was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I always want talking to Jim Lampley, someone who we've, he was the voice of our childhood in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
That was our go-to guy.
Yeah.
With him and Emmanuel Stewart and him and Max Kellerman and Larry Merchant.
Yeah.
They were but Jim Lampley mostly was the voice for our childhood. Some people had Howard Cosell. We had Jim Lampley.
Yep.
14 Olympics. He did 14 Olympics.
Wow.
7 summer, 7 winter.
Wow.
14. Yeah, that's what I said. So 14 Olympics. That's crazy. Still has this. Still tremendous. Still tremendously sharp.
And you know what the thing too is with him? He's so emotional when he talks. When he's doing the fights, he can be so emotional. If it's a good round. And he gets into it.
Yeah. He's into it. He's into it. He's very passionate. Yeah. And I think what happens is when he goes to the fighter meetings, I was watching an interview. He says, when I go to fighter meetings, I feel for that guy, who he is and what's he all about. That's very critical. Something that I have to try to learn when I talk to these fighters and say, who is this person? Who is he outside of boxing? Why do I care? Why would the audience want to care?
Yeah.
Again, getting invested in these fighters and something that I think.
But you've been pushing that. You've always been saying that.
You have to. When would you go home on a Saturday and would want to watch a fight and be invested in a guy when you saw his background story?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Before Holyfield fights, before
I mean, Bruce Seldon, I used to like that. Yeah. Riddick Bowe, I used to like that.
Because they would do those little, and they weren't long.
Nope.
8 to 15 minutes. They weren't long.
Mm-hmm.
But they were all getting you invested in this guy. So that way, if he did get to pay-per-view, you'd pay for it.
Yep.
They don't do that enough. I didn't know half these people on the card.
They did that with Gotti, right?
Gotti, yes.
They did
because he was a guy who sold tickets.
Yep.
But he sold tickets because guess what? People saw him on ESPN, USA Tuesday Night Fights. They saw him and built him up. Now, I get it. It costs a lot of money. But maybe these guys have to take a little bit less. And that's hard to ask a promoter to take a little less when you're taking a big risk.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only way you could build something up. Maybe you got to expect to lose a little in order to gain some at the end.
So before we go into another topic of 299, UFC 299.
Well, we got one more topic. We got to go before that.
I think this is the topic I'm going to do.
Oh, go ahead.
Is it Tyson versus Jake Paul?
Tyson versus Jake Paul.
That's the one I was going to say.
Just announced here, and that's going to happen sometime June or July, they said. And here's the thing, folks. Don't get your hopes up, okay? 2 things. The rules have not been set yet. They have not been approved by the Texas State Athletic Commission. And Tyson doesn't have a license there. Jake Paul's 28. Mike Tyson is 58. I don't care if
Is he really 58?
He's 58 years old.
Geez.
I think he's going to be 59 in October or August, wow. Somewhere around there. Okay, now listen. 58 is 58. Mm-hmm. I don't care if you're Nolan Ryan against me. If I was 28 and Nolan Ryan was 58, 6, well, he pitched till he's 40. But if you just anybody, you are in, let's say this a contact sport.
Mm-hmm.
You think Emmitt Smith at 58 years old
would run up
could
against
play
Ray
in college? No, college.
Oh,
Go to college.
College, yeah. No.
Never happened. It couldn't happen. They'd kill him. Number one, the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come back from that. And I know that footage of Mike Tyson is heavily edited.
Yeah.
Heavily edited. He is hurting when that stuff's over. And he admitted it himself.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good fight. I don't expect this to be a real fight. Because I was talking to someone, you know who I was talking to.
Yep.
They said, if it hasn't been signed by the commission yet, it's not a real fight.
Yeah.
Look at the Roy Jones fight.
Yeah.
Body punching, stuff like that. Yeah. There's no way.
I mean,
there's no way.
I understand what they're trying to do.
Who?
MVP promotion, because it's the first thing on Netflix. So they want a big name. They want a big fight because it's on Netflix.
Yeah, but if it's phony, that puts a bad taste in people's mouth.
And that's the thing. They should have went somewhere else. They should have did, like, if it was like a Conor McGregor versus Jake Paul, then that's different.
Because Conor McGregor's coming to fight.
Yeah.
And Conor McGregor is similar to his age. Conor McGregor ain't going to play around. Mike Tyson doesn't need this fight. He does not need this fight. Now, I don't think Jake would take the Conor McGregor fight.
You don't think so?
No. I don't think.
For what? Afraid of that Conor might win?
I think Conor would knock him out.
I don't think so. At first I did. I don't think so now.
No, because
Jake's
getting better.
He's getting better.
But I still believe that, he tries to fight someone who's remotely a puncher, he's going to have a problem.
Well, you don't think Rhino was a puncher?
Who?
Rhino? The guy he just fought? Rhino?
His record was good. But he was horrible.
Yeah, he was horrible.
He was horrible.
Yeah, he was.
He was horrible. But there's the way I look at it is this. Jake Paul's looking to cash out here somewhere.
Yep.
And I think he's going to go to PFL right after this, do a fight there. I don't see this fight being a legit fight.
I know.
But if it is a legit fight, Jake Paul will knock out Mike Tyson. 58 is 58, 28 is 28. Jake Paul is a world high school wrestler, top level wrestler at Ohio. So he's athletic. He's getting very good. You've seen the videos. He's getting very good at boxing.
Yeah, he is.
58 is still 58. 28 is still 28.
I'm going to tell you this. If it goes on and everything, I honestly...
No, a legit fight.
Yeah, legit fight. I honestly think Jake Paul will carry Mike Tyson because he loved Mike Tyson. He doesn't want to hurt him. He doesn't.
I think you're wrong. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
I think he's got a big ego. I think his ego... Now, I like Jake Paul, what he's done for boxing. He's done a tremendous amount. But I think Jake Paul he has an ego.
He does. Like 4 years ago, he's starting to respect a lot more people now in the game. I think he is.
Do you have issues with your brother for reason?
I don't know if that was legit Logan Paul's if that was true, I think it could have been that was Logan Paul's issue. Not him.
I mean, maybe. I don't think so.
But I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good.
It's not a good. It's not a good look.
No, it's not.
Not a good look. And the other thing is too, what is Jake Paul going to gain by knocking out a 58-year-old man?
A name. That's it.
But what does that do?
Nothing.
That doesn't do anything. And it's a sympathetic knockout because that is going to end in a knockout. If it's legit.
I would love to see Tyson knock him out.
It ain't going to happen.
I would love to see that.
I would too, but that is not going. First of all, I would be shocked if the state athletic commission approved that.
Yeah, I don't think they are. It's going to be an exhibition like Roy Jones and Mike Tyson.
But no, I'm saying shocked. And again, folks, wait till the state athletic commission puts their stuff in. Number one. Number two, Texas has very strict marijuana policies.
Tyson.
And they're going to license him. I don't think so. If they don't license him, it's fixed. Well, not fixed. It's just not going to be legit.
Yeah,
not going to be a guy trying to knock someone out because that's what they do.
Yeah,
they don't want any part of that. The state athletic commission wants to kind of maintain the integrity of the sport. There is no way they would let a guy who they know smokes a lot of marijuana,
retire
almost
62.
I know that footage is edited.
Yeah.
Make him look fantastic. It's edited. They don't show you how bad he's hurting after these 4-minute things. They spray him with water, make it look like he's working out and whatever. I don't know. Not a good look there. Not a good look. And again, the editing can do a lot. It'll make you look good. Hell, it can make me look good. But this is not smart for Mike Tyson.
No.
At 58. At Mike Tyson at 28, different story.
Even Mike Tyson at 36, maybe, different story.
After Mike Tyson, and as well as I do with the injuries,
you
start getting these injuries, shit starts happening.
Yeah.
Start falling apart. It's like a car.
But at least we can both agree, Jake's getting better.
No, I think Jake's getting really good. I really do. I think Jake's got stuff. The problem with Jake, he's never been tested where he got hit on the chin hard. Tommy Fury doesn't punch hard enough to kind of test that. Although I think Tommy Fury has some skills. I'd like to see Jake Paul versus KSI. Just to see it.
Just get it done with.
Just get it over with. Done.
They're both like,
what about Sneeko? It wouldn't be a bad fight, right?
I don't know. What about Saul Poppy?
Nah, Saul Poppy.
That's your guy.
That's my guy, but no, I think he gets knocked out. He's not skilled enough. Yeah. But Sneeko, I saw that video with him and Sean Strickland. It didn't look bad. Yeah. He could take a good punch. He wasn't afraid. I'll tell you that. Yeah. Screw that. But it was sparring anyway. So we'll see.
Did you happen to see, before we'll stay on boxing for a little bit, before we go to UFC, you see Sean Porter, what he talked about with the footage that was leaked with Tank and Haney?
I saw a little bit of it. Remind me.
He said that he has footage of him and Pacquiao sparring.
Oh, really?
Porter has his dad has footage of Manny Pacquiao and him sparring. Freddie Roach and Porter's father made an agreement to never release this. But is his name Kevin, his father? Kevin Porter?
Kenny.
He said, I just want that tape because that's something for Sean to look at when he's, older and stuff like that. But he said that's so wrong for that to come out.
That happened because, say what you want about Bill Haney. Bill Haney is a great dad, great promoter. And there's another thing I want to talk about too. He's a great promoter, great dad, and he does stuff for his kid, and it's tremendous, right? But he said something about Floyd Mayweather. And from what I'm told, Floyd Mayweather was pissed.
Yep.
I don't know necessarily if it was true or not.
About him taking on
6-0 on Mayweather. I don't know if it's true or not, but he don't like that. He didn't like that. So he gave the footage to Ryan to have Ryan release it based on him. So now Ryan looks bad. Mayweather does not in this situation because it's really, everyone thinks Ryan released it.
No, and Ryan said, who gave me the thing? Who gave it to me.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think Ryan's kind of backpedaling there because it wasn't good.
Yeah.
So that happens and it looks bad, but which again,
it's sparring.
And by the way, 16-year-old kid, I thought he did all right.
Yeah.
I thought Haney did okay against Tank.
Yep.
Not so bad.
He held his ground.
At the end of the day, Bill Haney got paid. So who won?
Yep.
Yes, it would have been over with 10-ounce gloves. It would have been over.
And who's hilarious is Bronner with this stuff.
Well, that's what I was going to go to the next one. Listen,
I'm just reading your mind.
Adrian Bronner goes off.
Hilarious.
Is it hilarious?
It is. I mean, it is. Some of the stuff he's saying.
I mean, some of the stuff he's saying is good, but everyone's coming out saying it's not true. So Robert Easter's like, take my name out of this. There was another.
Well, I was talking, not that.
Oh,
I know that when he was saying that he
Alicia Bumgarner.
He ran through her and this and that. No, I'm talking just like the way he's calling out Bill Haney and stuff like that when they were on the call together and stuff like that.
Yeah, but Bill Haney came right back at him.
Yeah, he did.
Listen, Adrian Bronner wants a fight. He's broke.
Yeah.
So he wants to forget that fight. If Ryan Garcia does not show up, they need somebody there. Yep. I do believe now that Ryan Garcia will show up because I am told there is a huge
penalty,
huge financial obligation there that Ryan Garcia would be on the hook for. But to mitigate their losses, put Adrian Bronner in there. I think that would be good.
But again, Bronner would get his ass whooped.
Yeah.
But
I'd like it though. It'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
That promotion would be crazy because
it would probably get ugly. It'd probably get ugly.
Going back and forth.
It'd probably get really ugly. It would have been like Tank and Tevin Farmer. It would have.
Yeah.
They said we had to go in Vegas because you cannot have it near Baltimore or Philly.
Yep.
It would get ugly. Ugly. And I would. Hey, listen. I just saw Tevin Farmer's last knockout. Tim Burr, guy looked like Tevin Farmer's sitting down on his punches now.
They don't want to fight. They don't want to fight him.
I mean, he's sitting down on his punches. He looks pretty good.
Not that they don't want to fight him. They don't want to take that chance.
The chance because Tevin's been out for a while.
Yep.
It doesn't have the name recognition. He should. It doesn't have enough name recognition, but he's such a high risk. You can look really bad against him, really bad, and it wouldn't be good. So what they do is they try to say, oh well, he's not a big enough name.
Hasn't been in it for a couple.
That's what they like to do. So, but what else in the boxing scene? Oh, we talked a little bit about Ryan Garcia getting a little goofy. I still think the fight now will come up.
You said that you had one more thing to talk about because when I
was the Alicia Baumgartner thing where you said it was going crazy.
Yeah,
I just that's a sticky point for me because there's no need to say that.
So what about if Garcia fought Adrian Broner? What do you think about that?
I think Garcia would win.
Yeah,
I think he's younger. Got some pop. So yeah, I think he'd win. Adrian Broner is nowhere near what he used to be. Not even close.
Was that clickbait I saw with Bud Crawford versus Ubick Jr.?
Who?
Bud Crawford. Terrence Crawford versus Chris Ubick Jr.
Chris Eubank.
I said, what did I say? Uber.
I said Uber. Chris Eubank Jr. That's good.
They're posting.
No,
I'm seeing a lot of posts about it.
It's somebody else he's fighting.
At 160.
It's somebody else they're fighting. It's somebody else.
You sure? Because
I am positive.
I thought I saw like the Zone posted or something.
I don't think so. It's somebody else. I forget his name. And they were saying, hold on. Terrence Crawford's next fight. I forget who they're saying. There it is. They were saying it was a rumor, but there was someone confirmed. Yeah, it says now there was, but there was somebody else.
What was it saying? That Uber
said that
Uber.
Eubank's going to confirm it.
160. He confirmed it on his Instagram already.
Yeah, so you know what?
At 160.
Actually, be 150.
No, I thought it said it was good cash for 160. It said.
It said the junior middle. 154. So, yeah. Hey, Chris Eubank is he's not unbeatable. I think Crawford would win that fight.
Yeah,
I think he'd win it pretty easily too. Yeah. Let's see, Terrence moving up 2 weight classes. Yeah, I think it'd be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he wins that.
I just thought it was clickbait. I was like,
no, I think he wins that. I think he wins it. They said it's going to be confirmed soon.
Okay.
Which who knows? You know how this goes.
Yep.
Now tonight, if you're watching this on Saturday, I'm trying to get this up as soon as I can.
Yep.
Tonight, UFC 299.
Yes.
Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera main event. Also underneath there, you have Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint
Denis.
Saint Dennis. Yeah. So I call him BSD.
Yeah. They have Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland.
Michael Page.
Interesting one is MVP.
Gilbert Burns is on.
Burns is on. I saw that.
Peter Yan.
Yep. So let's get right to it. Let's go right from the bottom though. Excuse me. MVP Kevin Holland.
Okay.
What's your thoughts there?
Ooh,
Well, do you think MVP goes to the UFC first time jitters like most people see?
Yes, I do, and I think Kevin Holland's gonna beat him.
That seems to be the consensus.
Yep.
And I don't know if he's a favorite or is an underdog. I'm not sure.
I'll tell you.
If you can't go in your little draft.
Michael Page is plus 110 underdog.
Okay. Slight underdog. That's fine.
It's 50-50.
Yeah, it's a pick and fight depending on what Kevin Holland shows up.
Yeah.
Every now and then.
Looks like in good shape.
He looks in pretty good shape. Yeah, he does. And Michael Venom Page a little older now.
Yep.
So, is it a little too late? I don't know.
Didn't Kevin Holland beat who's that? Wonder Boy just a couple.
Yep, and he also beat
and they also say Michael Venom Page's style is just like Wonder
Hector
Boy.
Lombard.
Yeah. And his style is just like Wonder Boy. So he might be able to
possibly. I lean Kevin Holland also.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know if Michael Venom Page had it's weird that they gave him that guy in his first fight.
Yeah, no.
That was a weird one. So maybe Dana White doesn't really like him that much.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, they're not going to really build around him. Co-main, Dustin Poirier
versus
BSD. Before you go here.
Okay, go ahead.
I did talk to Kevin Iole about this.
Mm-hmm.
And if you saw his interview with him, he seems to think Dustin Poirier is all in. My opinion was Dustin Poirier is not in. What do you think, and where do you see this going?
I think Dustin Poirier gets knocked out second round. This Denise is pretty good.
I'm saying it's going to be a first round knockout.
Okay.
For
Bennett,
Benoit.
Okay.
Benoit, same D. So
BSD.
It's called BSD.
BSD.
And the reason why is I think
Poirier's been in a lot of wars.
And I think he's kind of checked out.
Yeah.
And if by chance Poirier can pull this off, more power to him.
Yeah. I mean, where does he go? I mean, he has fought everybody.
Yeah, and you can't give him a title shot again. That doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. I mean, how many times? I mean, not that he doesn't deserve one, but he's not going to beat those high level guys, in my opinion, because he gets to the top and just falters a little bit. He's a little bit short every time. Now, you're going to say he beat McGregor. I don't think McGregor was that high level of a guy at that time either. I don't think he was all the way in. So that brings us to the main event. Sean O'Malley, Tito Vera, the rematch, which...
You go first.
My opinion here is...
Now, want me to give you the odds?
Yeah, give me the odds here. And I do think
O'Malley is
a slight favorite.
260 favorite.
He's plus 260. No, minus 260?
Yeah.
Okay, minus 260. I'm up in the air with this one. I think they want Sean O'Malley to be a superstar. And he has everything. The look, he's got the rap, he's got the drip, he's got every single possible thing. But I don't know if he's got the chin. Tito Vera is going to come attack you. He's going to be on you. He's never been knocked out, never been submitted.
Never been knocked down.
Never been knocked down. I'm leaning towards Tito Vera winning by knockout round 4.
Okay. I would say... I think this is Sean O'Malley's kryptonite right here. I think that Vera's going to just put the pressure a little bit on him. I think O'Malley is not a good wrestler, and that's the only way you can beat Vera is wrestling with him. Take him down like Sandhagen did. Laid on top of him. Take him off. His stamina is great. Vera's stamina is great. I just don't think... I think there's still a little something in the back of Sean's head, because he always says 15-1 or whatever it is, 17-0 or whatever it is, 18-0. I do think that we're gonna have a new champ after tonight.
I agree. I do think
so.
They really put a lot of pressure on this guy. He has superstar written all over him.
But he can't get away from this guy. He has to fight him.
It's that or fight the other guy.
Merab?
Yeah, it's one or the other. I think Merab's a tougher fight.
Because, Merab's a tougher fight. Yeah.
That's a tougher fight.
Yeah.
So where are you going to go? You take the path of least resistance with the biggest reward. That would be Tito Vera right now. But I still think he fought Tito Vera. Tito's smaller. Like, he's small.
But he's thick.
But he's thick. He can fight. The guy can fight. He's a tough guy. Yep. I think Tito Vera is going to finish this in round 4. It's something
I can see that.
I don't understand why everyone's so high on Sean O'Malley, because I think he lost the Peter Yan fight.
Yep.
I thought he lost it. And now Peter Yan has slipped.
Yeah, big time.
He slipped. So whether he can get back to that, I don't know. But yes, he's got superstar written all over him, but he's still got to fight.
And
I think he can fight. I think he can fight.
He can box.
He can fight. I think he put some weird combinations together and he can fight. The kid can fight.
Okay.
But I think on that next level where you got to learn how to wrestle, you got to get these guys together. That's why I think Merab is kind of a fight you don't want.
Nope.
Tito Vera is a guy that it might play into this. The only thing that Sean O'Malley says that, hey, he hit me in the back of that leg, where that nerve got jacked up and I couldn't feel my foot.
Okay.
So maybe
it's part of the game.
But I mean, maybe that was a fluke thing that happened. Could possibly be. But I also think it was a fight that he definitely was in trouble in.
Yeah. So, I just think Sean was in like you said, he was, who am I going to fight? And Merab will be a tough fight.
And again,
Merab's the next champion.
I didn't like Aljo
as
a champion. I thought he was going to beat Aljo. I think I even said knockout.
Yeah, you
first
did.
Round.
Yep.
Because I didn't think he was as good as everyone thought he was. So now you have Merab, who
he's going to be the champion in the future. He's just that good. Or like you saw him last week?
Omar Nurmagomedov.
Yeah.
Did you see the fight?
I didn't see it, but then I watched the replay.
Rocked.
He did.
He got rocked. Bad. That guy was kind of a little not that he was off the street, but that was a late replacement. So maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. But holy cow, that was scary for him.
Yes, it was.
That could have been bad news.
But Islam lost one of his first fights.
Islam got knocked out
by the guy who's the champion that's calling him out.
I know. He got knocked out. So tomorrow. Well, let's do a couple things. Number one, April 27th in Berwick. I step back into the ring. Sean McFadden, fight official there. Tickets go on sale Monday morning at all Ticketmaster locations now. It's they're going to be probably at the boxing
at all bagel shops,
and Rocky boxing gyms. They will be on sale Monday. They go on sale. Probably, I think the tickets are going to go pretty fast. Big card. You got a rematch. It's repeat or revenge. Me and Sean's rematch, and the rematch of Jenny versus this other girl that she fought in Harrisburg, who I thought she won the fight.
Yep.
That rematch has been signed. That's official. Good. That's going in there. So she'll be back. She'll be back in the ring April 27th. Two other people there we have that are going to fight. I believe Aubrey is signed to fight, and we do. I do believe we'll have Dimitri.
That's what.
15-year-old, 270-pound heavyweight, big puncher, looking to make his debut. That's a kid you want to watch. Heavyweight division. He can get through there pretty good.
I was actually, because we're at the shop, I was actually trying to talk to Bo and get him in.
He's just too busy with football, man. Hey, listen, I tell him all the time.
He's getting big.
I tell the kids all the time. I say, you can get a scholarship in football. You can't get a scholarship in boxing.
That's right.
So unless you're cream of the crop, don't even try it.
Yep.
It's either you're all in or all out. Can't be half in. So tomorrow, I think what we're going to do, we're going to have a little boxing and bagels update. We're going to have a recap of UFC 299 tomorrow. By next week, we'll have our sponsor on.
Yes.
Who signed on with us here. It's great to have them on. So like and subscribe so you could see all this stuff. Next week, we got a couple big guys coming up. We will have King Callum Walsh. That has been officially done. It'll probably be on Tuesday or Thursday. We don't know which one he's available for. He fights next Saturday in Madison Square Garden on St. Patrick's Day.
He gets big push from Dana White and stuff, right?
He is sponsored by Dana White, who has Howlerhead.
Yes.
He might even be his manager. Howlerhead, is it a whiskey? Yeah. Howlerhead whiskey there. Huge in Ireland. King Callum Walsh, he'll be on next week. And then supposedly the week after, the week of the Tim Tszyu, Keith Thurman fight, Jim Lampley.
That's right.
Hopefully we'll be on here, joining us here on the Zapata Brand Boxing Podcast. That was something, possibly Percy Crawford next week. Yep. Steve Kim will be joining us next week.
That's right.
As he's on the 3 knockdown rule with Mario Lopez. Also, Kevin Ioli will be on to also discuss some of the stuff that's happened last week. George Jakovic from ProBox TV, he'll be on as well.
Coach Diz will be on.
Coach Diz will be on. We're going to get the screen a little wider when Coach Diz comes on.
No, not now.
I know. It's now we can't say Fat Diz. We're going to say Skinny Diz.
Yep. 2 things before we head out. Next week, 2 birthdays.
2 birthdays next week. We have my son Jackson turning, as he said, I'm going to double digits. Jackson turns 10 on Tuesday, March 12th.
Yes.
I'm going to try to get him in studio so he can get a birthday thing. And my niece Tiffany gets her license or permit, 16 years old.
That's right.
She'll be here at the bagel shop tomorrow working.
And she's actually here right now.
She's here now, sleeping in the front. And we will definitely have them somehow get them some birthday wishes and what have you. But next week, big week. Tomorrow, big show. I want to see what's going on. 299. UFC, we'll see. Will we have a new champion? I believe that we will have it. Coach Diz believes it will happen. And then we round up this entire week is a big week because we're going to do a lot of catch up with everyone because of that knockout. Yeah. Anthony Joshua knocking out Francis Ngannou 258 of round number 2 with that right hand. It was right on the button.
Yep.
And once again, guys, Be sure to like and subscribe to the Zapata Brand Boxing Podcast. Coach Diz.
What up?
I'm George Zapata. We will see you tomorrow. Boxing and bagels at that time. And remember, don't be envious of what I've done in my life. Be inspired what you can do in yours. We'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
See you later.
Hold on.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand Podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.